What's up, DC fam? It is a beautiful day in Texas. You know, going into winter, we're kind of in that fall zone. Winter is approaching. You know, this video is about winterizing your trailer, which, to be honest with you, being from Texas, I'm like, is that even a thing? Do you winterize your trailer? Well, Brian, our videographer, has had several questions over winterizing trailers, and I get it. It's really for the harsher, colder environments than we have in Texas. We get very, very little here of that really cold stuff. And I say really cold because to us, you know, anything below 32 is cold. And I know a lot of you laugh at me when I say that, and so it really is a thing. You know, there's two different ways to look at winterizing your trailer. One, if you're one who works your trailer during the winter, and then two, if you're one who stores your trailer during the winter, are both very relevant, you know, topics. And so in that extreme cold, so if you're one who, you know, like a hot shotter who continues to work your trailer during the winter time, my advice is definitely you want to make sure to keep it washed. You know, and it sounds kind of straightforward, but keeping your trailer washed during the winter can be huge in preserving the underside of it, preserving the suspension. You know, that magnesium chloride and the salt and stuff that they put on those roads is brutal, no matter how great the coating is. So keeping it washed, depending on the miles you run, 1-2 times a week would be, I mean, pay huge dividends in the long term of keeping your trailer looking nice and performing like it should for years. And so number two, when you get it good and clean, a huge thing would be is go in and really be diligent on keeping it greased, whether it's the jacks, the suspension, the hydraulic dove, hinge assembly, anywhere there's a grease zerk, make sure that you keep it well lubricated, because moisture gets in there and can get in there in the wintertime, freeze and cause weird things to happen with metal. Metal gets really cold with moisture inside of it. If it's a tight, low tolerance area, things can happen. And so, like I say, really keeping it lubed is a huge plus. So both of these things apply if you're one who stores your trailer for the winter time, and then going to get it back out in the spring to work. The same thing applies before you put it up. Make sure it's really good and clean so that magnesium chloride or salt or whatever is not working up in those crevices to cause premature corrosion in places or things like that. But so make sure it's good and clean, well lubricated. But step two, if you're going to store your trailer, is battery life. Very cold climates are hard on batteries. There's two things that are hard on batteries. Number one is the cold climate. Number two is letting it go dead. The worst thing you can do for a battery is let it get all the way down to where it's just dead. Because if it stays like that in that state for months at a time, you can pretty well bet that battery is going to be shot. And so my advice would be is if you can't keep a tender, like a battery tender, to keep it charged during the winter, I would pull that battery out and keep it in a warmer, drier environment and put a charge on it here and there just to make sure that it stays good. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, who wants to spend another $80, $100, $200 on another battery when you get ready to go to work? So again, if yours is going to sit, pull that battery off, stick it in the shop, keep it warm, keep it charged, and that's going to help. It'll help residual draw at all on your system if it's just sitting there, over the winter. So definitely pull that battery off and stow it. Those are a few items, on that kind of winterizing your trailer. The other thing that I would point out is if you are working in an extreme cold environment, the fluid that we use is good down to 0, which covers the majority. But if you're one who is hitting it hard all through the winter with, say, a dump trailer or hydraulic dove, using it a lot, you may even stand to change your fluid out to like a sub-zero fluid. There are hydraulic fluids on the market that you can use that remain thin even in the coldest environments, whereas we use a premium automatic transmission fluid, and that does resist down to about 0 degrees or so from getting thick or in these cold environments thickening up. But when you talk about getting into that sub-zero stuff, it's a different animal. So you could change that fluid out depending on how much you use your trailer during the winter. So I hope this video is insightful. Anything else questions you have, drop in the comments below, anything you want me to touch on. And I'll see if I can help my fellow trailer nerds out with some more vlogs, some more videos like this, informational videos. So we will see you on the road.